Michelle Alves has dedicated her entire career to advocating for others, fighting for their rights.
There's just something about standing in a courtroom and arguing on behalf of somebody. It's just honor, I guess, to stand up and speak for people who can't speak for themselves. It sounds like a good September trial, if you ask
Alves
me.
serves as a Rhode Island assistant public defender.
It's like a puzzle. I love puzzles. It's just putting together a puzzle all the time.
Now she faces the fight of her life, this time for her own.
I was in the midst of a murder trial, and I was making an argument, and I happened to look down at some notes I had written, and I couldn't read them. Well, I thought that there was something wrong with my eyesight. That's all. I went in, they dilated my eyes, they gave me a field of vision test, and they said there's something neurologically wrong with you, and you need to go to the hospital right away. Went into MRI, and then the doctor came out and he apologized and said that I had a high-grade glioblastoma.
Glioblastoma is the most aggressive form of cancer that originates in the brain and has a poor prognosis for long-term survival.
These tumors are so aggressive that a subset of them will double in their size within 5 days. Most of the time, they double within about a month.
Dr. Clark Chen, a neurosurgeon with Brown University Health, explains because glioblastoma is so aggressive, immediate surgery to remove as much of the tumor as possible is critical for a patient's survival. In Michelle's case, the original surgery only removed the center portion.
Nodule 1 and nodule 2. Michelle was interested in treating these two nodules as a way of maximizing her chance of fighting this cancer. So what we opted to do was to use a minimally invasive procedure whereby we insert laser fibers into the tumor and use heat that results from the laser activation to destroy the tumor.
Just a 3-millimeter incision, and recovery time is just days.
The laser treatment is actually done in a MRI, where the MRI is transformed into a giant thermometer so that we can measure the temperature of every millimeter of the brain in real time. And by doing so, we could see how far the heat's propagating, and we could stop the heating at the junction between the tumor and the normal brain. It's crucial to insert the laser fiber into the center of that tumor. If you're off a little bit, what happens is the heat could propagate into the normal brain.
Each millimeter of deviation risks damaging critical pathways. To precisely place the fibers, Dr. Chen used robotic assistance. Brown University Health is one of the few centers using this robot for brain tumor treatment. Chen was able to destroy Michelle's remaining tumor using this technique, leading us to wonder why wasn't it used for the original surgery.
When the heat's applied to a tissue, it expands. And if you were to use the laser to treat a large tumor, the swelling can cause pressure on the brain in a way that could lead to significant injury.
Yeah, right here.
In
That's
many
very
ways,
delicate.
the surgery was just the beginning of Michelle's journey. Her life changed overnight, and the side effects have continued to emerge just as suddenly.
Just a couple of days ago, I just woke up, walked the dog, and the next thing I know, I couldn't walk. It shook me.
Still walking in gratitude for the silver linings.
There is no blessings in any of this. That's the word, that's not a word. But there are gifts if you choose to find them.
Among them, her incredible support system. At home with her spouse, Andrea.
It has certainly been a challenge, but it's she's like the most inspiring human I know. So it makes stuff kind of easy. Because she's every day, if I'm like, oh my God, I can't do it today, I can't go to work, I don't want to. I'm like, well, she's doing it, so come on, buck up. You gotta go do something.
And her home with colleagues.
It's a real family around here.
She still goes to work every day.
People are surprised to see me sometimes because I think that they think that, with the diagnosis that you are, going to be absent from society. You can let it win or you can fight.
Her purpose keeps her going, and the promise of new advancements keeps hope alive.
So hopefully someday they'll find this while I'm still here. They'll figure out a way.
Her lifetime as a fighter fuels her strength.
Find your support, find your fight, and just don't give up. And if you think you aren't going to give up, just look me up.
And we should point out, our crew was not present for Michelle's MRI treatment. The footage you saw in that piece is from another patient who was undergoing the same procedure. We'd like to extend our gratitude to that individual for allowing us in to help share this important story. The device we saw Michelle wearing on her head is called Optune. It delivers low-intensity electrical fields aimed at stopping cancer spread. Some data suggests these devices have been successful in improving prognosis for those with GBM. Still ahead, the hospital at home.